it's a bit pure. It's a double-edged sword, right? Because despite the intentions being there, they are cut by the infrastructure and the equipment they have. They don't have the budgets to get such and such equipment, right? So despite their intentions being very noble, although I know some people who don't have noble intentions, who just want to build an army around them, right? With like a B-tier crew.
Yeah.
So like they propel them up, right? That's also a thing. No names, you know who you are. But also people with pure intentions, you know who you are out there as well. Now the thing is, heckling is always going to exist. There's always going to be people walking. There's always going to be people talking through. So as an artist, that's something one must learn to deal with. Thick skin. That's a rite of passage. Every artist has to deal with this. Right? You know, all these big artists you see now, like, let's say Eminem, right? Eminem used to live in his mom's trailer park and, you know, work in this motor machine in Detroit, and, you know, used to be the only white guy there. And everyone's like, are you lost, cracker? Like, what's up? But then he proved everyone wrong. He went through it all, and now look at him.
That's a very good example, by the way.
Because he was a minority in his scene at the time, and he proved them wrong. Had he given up after that first like mic battle, right, we would never have the real Slim Shady.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, even side note of that, like 8 Mile is one of the best movies I've seen, man.
Yeah,
Really,
the rap battles, like just the way it escalates.
Yeah.
The second one was the best. Lotto, the guy with the tank top.
Yeah. First of all, like, what are your thoughts of marriage, just in general?
No, I love the Constitution. Like, it would be beautiful
Just
to wake
let
up
people
to
know.
someone every day, right? And, you know, regardless of the physical lust and everything, just having a person there for you. Or not even having her there for you, being there for her. It's a beautiful feeling, right? Many of my friends have it. But, you know, lightning may strike. I'm still, like, dating apps, if we're going there, dad, mom, don't judge. But dating apps are a plague on the current scene, you know. Organically, you want to meet people. Now, I don't date in the music society because I feel like I'm abusing my power there and stuff. And, you know, there's a saying, you don't shit where you eat, right? Relationships can be messy. And sadly, we've become so disposable, you know. I don't like that he's bald. I got the ick. Okay, left. She used the word banter. God, no. Oh, she was wearing a juicy couture bag. Oh, he's wearing Jordans. You know, like, we're so disposable, literally with a swipe of our thumb now. It's absolutely plagued everything.
Yeah.
So, when lightning strikes, lightning strikes. Until then, I'm too happy on myself. Half the people are so vapid. London has a first date culture, right? As a gentleman, it's up to me to pick up the first bill. Now, how many times am I going to go on a first date to foot the bill for her not to feel it, right? That's 60, 70 pounds, right? That's, in this economy, that's decent money, right? Right? I could spend 60, 70 pounds and have a nice McDonald's every evening of the week. And then I go to her, she's on her phone the entire time, she doesn't even like the food. And then at the end of it, she's like, I'll be in touch. And then I get a message 3 days later, because I'm thinking, do I reply or do I not? Do I message her, follow up? And he's like, yeah, I think we should just be friends.
God damn.
I know, right? It sucks for guys. But that being said, I'm not...
It's so cold outside.
Yeah. Oh, dude, it's boiling. Because I'm around.
Cold. Yeah, nah, but that, you know what, that's true as well.
That's what we're doing this whole segment, because people will watch like it.
No,
but we'll carry on.
We're not disrespecting anyone. This is actually reality. Because again, these dating apps, you know, like, again, a lot of people are going through so many different experiences. Some crazy ones, some good ones, and some surprising ones. Again, this is reality team TV, and the reality is people are outside trying to get into relationships. Hence why, you know, they're getting into these, you know, like dating apps. Like for you right now, like if you can, like, are you consciously looking to get a partner, or not really?
No, not really.
Okay, cool.
You know, everyone has certain, like, let's say, career goals, achievement goals, financial goals.
Absolutely,
to me,
yeah.
Right? It's not that it's holding me back, but most of the female attention I get is via the music industry. Like, I meet some beautiful women in the industry, right? And, you know, some of them want favors. They want a backstage wristband. They want guest lists. They want entries and stuff. So I've kind of developed a mindset to see who's who. But also, because of that, my guard's always up.
Okay.
Right? In a way, you want me, you know, show the extra effort. You give me 5%, I give you 10. You give me 15, I give you 20. It's a beautiful compounding way to build a relationship, right? Yeah. However, with the hashtag #MeToo movement, like nowadays, if I text you something challenging, right? Next thing you know, 15 years later when I'm successful, I get a fucking court order. You said LOL to Shafiq once. What did you mean? Right? So you even got to be like, whenever I'm interacting with someone musically, professionally,
you have to be wary.
No, it's literally just a few texts.
Yeah.
Schedule a call. Because over a call, within 5-10 minutes, you can summarize things, you get to hear the tone of voice and stuff, and then schedule an in-person meet. Because in an in-person meet in a public area, right, you get to know each other better, you get to see what their character is like. And obviously, 80% of interactions in the music industry is someone wanting something of you. But the power of networking is actually giving, not receiving.
Okay, that's actually interesting. Now, even me proper listening to what you just said there, that's why a few minutes ago you said that's why for you personally you don't date girls within the music industry because that's that shit on your own doorstep, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And I've worked hard, man. I've got a 10-year reputation.
Yeah.
As easy as it is to have a one-night stand from that industry.
Yeah.
Or feign interest. I've worked hard for that reputation.
Yeah.
So why would I want to even attempt to soil it?
Even just talking about current affairs, do you like all of these wild cases that are going on with P Diddy, Chunks, Young Philly, all of these crazy with obviously even in America with I don't know if you guys heard about Fat Joe, all of these crazy things that
Vince McMahon, that was a big one.
Vince McMahon, apparently Jay-Z. There's even
I saw that video with Beyonce slapping around in the lift.
Yeah, with
her sister.
His sister, yeah. There was even that one with Tyler Perry recently with like a gay man or whatever. Basically, there's a lot going on in it. You can say that. What are your thoughts on all of these crazy stories and crazy court cases that?
No, well, look, from a Muslim point of view, right? There's always a certain level of behavior you would not exhibit. I've got some of my best friends are girls. I've got girlfriends that way, right? I can speak to them about anything and anything, right? But there'll be certain physical boundaries, or certain verbal boundaries, which, as a Muslim and as a gentleman, I will not cross, because that's inbuilt in my system, right? If you don't cross these, then you have nothing to worry about. Maybe sometimes a woman or even a man in these days might try to make it tricky for you, but one or two experiences, you learn how to tackle it, right? Despite you having the best intentions, right? Shit will always happen. The only thing is, when it hits the fan, do you know how to deflect it or do you know how to duck and cover? So again, with nearly 10 plus years in the industry, building a reputation, no one becomes a smooth talker or this corporate mogul overnight. It's a work in progress, right?
Yeah.
So I'm pretty comfortable as a human being to not have these issues anymore.
That's actually really good as well.
And as a professional.
Because one of the things that when I hear these stories over the years, one of the questions I always ask myself the same question, like don't these people learn their lesson? Like why do these people keep on getting themselves in trouble? Like you said, like does power get to them? Are they being set up? Like all of these questions that run up in my mind, and I'm thinking like, what's really the truth?
Okay, I'm not going to be misogynist because it's not just women attempting to use their features to advance. Men are sly too. Men are malicious too. I think men play a longer game because women are more emotional. Men would play a longer game, and men would be more manipulative along their way.
Yeah.
So it just comes down to how a person is really. And at the end of the day, you might have one project with such person. You realize that, do you want them in your life? You don't, and that's fine. You don't like everyone you work with, right?
Yeah, that's actually true. Is there such thing as a perfect Muslim?
There is no such thing as a perfect Muslim.
Come on, talk to us.
Apart from Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and Hazrat Ali, right? Certain Sahabis, I don't think we will, who also have erred. There's historical proof of this. The Panjatan, the five from Muhammad, apart from that, I don't think we will ever see a perfect Muslim.
So with that said, like because I'm with you as well, we've established there's not such thing as a perfect Muslim, Us in this room as Muslim people as well, from different backgrounds, different cultures, but we're Muslim, Why do you think, like you've got certain, you've got certain sections of like Muslims who try to judge other people, other Muslims. You guys understand? Why do you think some Muslims judge other Muslims who they look at and they think, oh, you're not practicing it that way, you're not practicing it that way? Like, you get what I'm trying to say? Why do you think is that? Because
they're horrible human beings. They just happen to be Muslims.
You know what I mean?
You could find horrible Christians. You could find horrible Jewish people. Their religious label has nothing to do with their personalities, right?
I was going to ask as well, quick question. Back to the music industry. With the music industry, do you feel like with artists, once they establish a certain type of status, let's say like P. Diddy status, Drake status, do they get protection from the government? Do you feel like they get protection from the government?
Man, God knows what happens behind closed doors. But like, since you're mentioning P. Diddy, like he just walked away, right, a few days ago.
Yeah.
And there's been countless things like God even knows, and he's hinted this throughout his career, right? Nickelodeon. He's been showing up on Nickelodeon shows being sleazy with children.
Yeah.
Dan Schneider's thing. There's a very scary documentary about this and how children have been imagery wise shown in this way.
Yeah, I saw that documentary as well.
it does happen. Like, it does happen. There's look at the Epstein files. Why aren't they released yet? Ghislaine is still in jail. Trump is probably on those files. That's why they're not coming out. You know, there's names of people on that passenger manifest. So it would be oblivious and quite ignorant of us to deny that this happens.
Yeah.
And there's a very high, powerful people involved in this.
Yeah.
Then you have the conspiracy angle of, what's the word? Adrenochrome? I don't know.
Isn't it it's about Illuminati when it comes to the artists?
Okay, so Illuminati were actually scientists in the 1600s because the church was very Neanderthalically, you know, fixated on its views.
Okay.
Science conflicted the church.
Oh, wow.
But over time, people realized that science is not necessarily against the church.
Oh,
You know, science and, like, if you discover something, it already existed in the world and you just came across it. Whereas if you invent something, it's completely ground new, right?
Yeah.
So isn't science a glorification of God and his creation? In a way?
Yeah.
That, I don't know.
Yes, they may be a bit of weird stuff or weird shit.
Well, the Illuminati is a registered company. They're scientists. They're literally scientists.
But I feel like with the Illuminati on the devil side, I don't feel like I feel like that was something that was made to just put.
No, devil worship happens. There's a church of Satan. It happens. In Islam, right? Are you a Muslim as well?
Yeah, I'm a Muslim as well.
So sorry, I'll quickly move from this one. But in the Quran, it's forbidden to dive into astrology, certain aspects of magic. Why? Because it exists. Even Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he had black magic done on him, and this is narrated in the Quran in some 9 hadiths.
Yeah.
So, there are powers out there which we will never comprehend. Also, Illuminati, if you're watching this video, please, I need hits on my SoundCloud. So yes, there are protective powers. There is a lot of debauchery going on in this world, which is extremely scary. There was a movie I watched, I think last year, The Sound of Freedom. Okay. It was very QAnon-y and stuff. It was about a CIA operative, I think, or a Homeland operative. He discovers a pedophilia ring, and that movie, as soon as that movie was done, I actually went out in the cinema. I needed a few minutes of air to, stop tearing up.
Wow.
It's a very, very dark movie, The Sound of Freedom. Children as young as 7 or 8 are being sold on the black web.
Wow.
And this happens. It's very scary. It happens.
I didn't even know that.
Sound of Freedom, if anyone's watching this, if you have the stomach for it, I was extremely unsettled watching this movie, but it happens. Wow. So there's a lot of cover up in the world. There's a lot of shit which we will never even comprehend. What we can do is impact those around us.
It's true. How would you describe your passion or your love for food?
I was born to eat.
Yeah.
Okay. What could I have endlessly? Pizza. Actually, yesterday I was at this my friend's pop-up. It's called W1 Curate. Shout out. There's a new place in Seoul called Bread Stall. It's a bit on the pricier side, but what a pie, man! Like the slice is as big as your face.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Yeah.
Really good. The London pizza scene is killing it right now. There's so much variety, so many different interpretations. Love a good medium rare.
Yeah.
As long as it's a medium rare or it's getting sent back.
Yeah.
Cannot be the good